Here's another way you can grow grapes off of a current grapevine. Now, this is our muscadine. It's a Carlos. It's a scuppernong, and it died back on us and came up from a root. And so we've got that, and we've got this branch and all coming off of it. And this year we need to cut this all back to 1 liter. And I wouldn't mind having some more of them. So what you do is you get these smaller vines. You could use these little 20-ounce bottles, water bottles, Pepsi bottle type thing. And that's a little bit bigger size. And then there's a big old, big liter size. And all you have to do is cut the bottom off of it. There's a little line there. You can cut the bottom off where it's got the curly Q places. And you would drill a hole right there, just one hole. I do it below the line, and you got to put a string in it to hold it up. And it's nice if you could punch a hole into it or drill a hole into it and make it sort of smooth. That way it wouldn't cut anything. And I use this nylon rope, which doesn't cut very easily. And what you would do, this is now a cane. It grew last year from older wood, and it has these little grip places on it like this, and you have to cut those off. And you would take this and take that and put it through the mouth end of the bottle like I've done there, and pull it all the way up that way. And then you take it's best to use a little nylon cord. It won't deteriorate and it'll hold up. And then that's sitting there with this coming up through the middle. Then you fill this up with potting soil. Doesn't have to be anything special, just good soil that something will grow in. And it's tied up to there. And I've got 2 liters, 2 smaller ones, and a little water bottle, because they're small canes. If they were bigger canes, you'd probably want to use a liter bottle. And then you pack in the soil around it, and you've got many, many buds underneath. And the reason you cut these little things off is so it'll go through there without any trouble. And then you fill it up with soil, trying to keep it in the middle, that way it won't rub on the edge. And then when these start blooming, and they're swelling up now, and when they start opening up, the ones in the soil will start rooting. And all you have to do is keep them moist. Now it's rained a few times, so this is nice and moist. And as long as it's moist, the ones below the surface will turn into roots, and these will turn into leaves and flowers. And you wait till you see the roots in it, and this is growing very healthy. And once you've got roots, now the smaller the bottle, the easier you can see the roots. And then when that happens, you would come down here with your snips and terminate it where this thing is actually sitting on the older wood, 2-year-old wood, and you just snip it off. All of these are still alive and hooked on. You can see that one's coming off of old wood down close to the ground, and it goes in there, and it's coming up here. And I've tied it off so it won't joggle around in the wind and break any tender root off. And the water, if it gets too much water, will drain out because there's no cap on it. And once you see roots in there, and this is growing, you just snip it off, and you can plant it or put it in a bigger pot. And all you're trying to do is, you need a cane. I'm trying to find one. Of course, you can't find one when you need one. I might have used all the good ones up. But see, that one sort of did. I think I've used all the good ones up. Anyway, you see what I'm talking about. 2-year-old wood to a new cane. It's in here, it's in soil. Everything below it will root. Everything up here will go to leaf. And once it goes to leaf, it will start making roots. And you should see roots after a while. Snip it off, plant it in a bigger pot. Something that small would need to sit somewhere for a year and be protected. And then you would put it in the soil. And that way I'm going to get 5, hopefully, Carlos Scuppernong grapes vines. And if I wasn't 73 years old, it would be a lot more important. If I was 25, I would have grapes for a long time. And they're indigenous to the southeast. They're native, so they are not prevalent to any diseases that affect grapes. And that's why they're such a great grape to grow. And my grapes are coming out. And the one I did last year off of that is in its 2nd year growth. Now the top broke off on its own, and what I want is for this one and that one to get up here to this wire. I might loosen the wire just to have that to attach, but I'll probably just attach that there. And once these, I was hoping to get them up